What it do? Kripple Krew. EDC with DBD. Disabled but deadly. And I know the ting has to be coming across on this one. Hope y'all are having a killer Saturday. I'm going to start up at the top with Mick MF and Ranger. Remember Kripple Krew Wink dropping them badass emojis early. Ron Crow. What it do, homie? Jason Beecher. What's going on? B&A kicking it off. Boom. Gifting one membership. I got to pull up the control studio right quick. We'll see who that went to. But we're going to give B&A a TRM salute. Because that's what B&A gets. Also known as the cheat code. My brother, brand new American. Thank you for the support. And it looks like Nick, MF, and Martino got the membership. That's a great pickup. Kane Miranda, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie? Stephen Parks, what's up, my man? How you doing? Neil Mudd, my brother, member of Kripple Krew Inc. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're having a great morning. Chris Lopez, what's up, homie? I tried to record those videos yesterday, or a review of Chris Lopez's Mike Irie Hollow Ground Atom and the beautiful Neutron Frame Lock. And I just couldn't freaking talk yesterday. The smoke has been so bad in the valley. And we traveled to Tri-Cities for Mrs. Deadly to grab something for work today. And by the time I got back yesterday, my chest was done. I couldn't talk. I tried. It was probably one of the worst reviews I've ever recorded. And so I'm going to have to do that one again. Nick is a local homie too. Yeah, New Yorkers. Clint Crosby. What's going on, my man? Oh, come on. How are you today? And we've got Kurt White. What's going on, my man? I'm about to lose your voice to the smoke. I like it. I like it. Burning them trees. Got a pregame and shite. Oh, man. Can you guys hear that ting? Every single time the Thunderhead comes out. That sounds so good. This just arrived via the pass around. And this could be, I don't know, this might be my favorite Tempest yet. Oh, that ting. The design of the front flipper is perfect. Let's see. Get some of that traction right there. And where are we? See if we can do this. I know I had it earlier. It's got to be reach around approved. Oh, my hands ain't wanting to do it right now. We'll do it in a bit. Pollywog Apocalypse. What's going on? Welcome. Ting. Yeah, this Thunderhead feels so good. And under $200. Milled tie. Great reversible pocket clip. The way he did this is just perfect. Because it doesn't show any hardware on either side for the pocket clip. Beautiful inlays. All the titanium is lightened on the inside. Lone Star Cowboy, Cold Steel Mini Tonto, and Civivi Odium. Yay. Always expect Lone Star to have a Cold Steel on him. Shout out to homie over in Turkey. Kathleen Smith. What's up, sis? How are you? Hope you're doing well today. So, I spent some time yesterday chatting with Eugene Dashkov from Russia, the designer behind the Dashkov knives stinger and the Virtus Coulter stinger. And I came away from it even more conflicted than I went into it. Because I liked the guy. He was real nice. Very open about what he's doing. He's made his first fixed blades several years ago that he called the Stinger, and they were daggers. And for his first production folder, he wanted it to be a folding version of his Stinger. Yeah, sometime today. That's what I saw. It'll be here right after we're done with the live. But I did come away with it a little more conflicted even than I was going in, because I do think these are very well manufactured knives. However, I thought they were made in Russia, but they are Chinese OEM'd. Not that I have a problem with Chinese OEMs, but then it leads me back into the pricing. And the pricing on this was $550. Titanium liners, titanium pocket clip, titanium backspacer, M398. So you are getting top of the line dark matter fat carbon that is milled. You are getting top tier materials. And each of these is only limited to one run of 100 knives. So he only made 100 titanium and 100 of the dark matter fat carbon. So that does, with the materials, that exclusivity explains some of the pricing. But like I said, I'm conflicted. Nice knife, nice materials. The aluminum version, which is the two skull grade, so these don't have a limit on how many are going to be made. But these with the Magna Cut titanium liners, aluminum, and a really cool pocket clip. I do like the pocket clip on this one, deep carry. However, these are 3 1/4. I'm torn. That's like, it's a nice guy. And the knives are really nice. But you realize you can get a 100% USA made lizard skin tie, 3D tie, TRM Bulldog for less than the Stinger. You can get a Mike Irie custom hollow ground Atom with lizard skin tie for less than that price. Only buy USA made chopsticks. Yeah, hard pass, but nice. I get it. Gons, what's going on? Good to see you, homie. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Kathleen. You know, maybe I have no problem with individual Russians, individual Chinese. But you can't say that the governments are friendly towards us. And it's like a double whammy. Russia, China. And then you add in the pricing. I like that it says knife on it. Yeah, this one is marked with a Knife Boutique secondary logo on it, which would absolutely drive me nuts if this was my $325 knife. That's the Virtus Coulter logo. That's the branding from Virtus Coulter. And then this was sold by the Knife Boutique. And so your 3 1/4 knife says knife on it to remind you what's in your hand. Maybe that's so you don't try to shoot somebody with it. Jesse, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie? Yeah, there are so many. TRM is I don't see that value there. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Jesse, that is true. Just quit walking my way through to say sup, all you beautiful people. Get ready for family visit. We'll have fun with the family. Joe Isabella, thanks for popping in, my man. Hope you have a killer weekend. I scrapped this beast. I can't afford a $300 knife. Says gods of the regular Microtech carry. This is such a beast. It is definitely growing on me. Like I liked the knife as soon as I pulled it out, but that really soft spring tension bothered me. But I'm getting used to it. Everything else about the knife is pretty tits. So I guess I can deal, and it does make it very, very easy to pull back. Got 2 TRMs on you today and your ABW. Yay, yay, yay. The ABW Slippy still in my top 2. I only have 2 Slippy Grails, and that is the ABW and the Devo Nip Slip. Neil MFN McKenzie, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on? Looks like the Ozark Trail is in a clone. Yeah, dude, it's a beefy boy. It's a beefy boy. It reminds me in feel, some kind of, to the one time I checked out the MSI. Heavier though. Oh, that sucks. Same detent as Alcon Wu. You know, I'm guessing this is just what Kershaw USA, KAI USA, whatever you want to call it, wants for their crossbars. Because this Bel Air has some of the softest spring tension I've ever felt as well. But just like the ZT, you can't fail the deployment. And it doesn't shake out. So I'm not saying it's a weak detent. Like, it launches every single time without fail. But it's just so soft to pull back. Again, it works. It works. I just think that's what they're going for, is like an easy pull. Because and I like a stronger pull. So it's just a personal preference thing that I'm getting used to. This also big hefty blade, but you can't fail the deployment. It doesn't feel like it thwacks out like the other knife, but it never fails to deploy. It just releases very easily. Stay out of his bed, Wiggles. Ed Durbin, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, homie? Combat Troodon Warhound today. Koenig Arius and the SIG 365X macro. Come here, please. I'll let you out of the wall. You go, please. Yes, chill with daddy. Worked at Hellmark for 7 years, won't buy an Ozark. Flying around a B-52 today. That's cool. To some stores. Huh. Ginger Fisher, member Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, my man? How are you today? Ding. Ting. Man, that sounds so good. This has one of the most pronounced tings I've heard in a while. Every time. Mayor of Chrisville says hello from Daytona Beach. What's up, Kripple Krew? Kelly, what it do, sis? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, he was talking about freight on, homie. Yeah. Yeah. KC nailed it with this one. Oof. So, does anybody know what happened to Unprofessional Dad? I just as I was going live, my Instagram, I caught a reel of him with what looked like a broken nose and 2 black eyes. Was he in a car accident or something, or did he just have to rough somebody up? Allegedly. Allegedly, of course. So he got worked over with some brass knucks. Yeah. Was he really assaulted? Or damn, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. What's up, Rolf? How you doing, my friend? That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch that. I missed that last live. I just saw his face this morning on a reel, and I was like, yo, what the hell happened to him? Tristan, my man, what it do? Projectiles are sharp, member Kripple Krew Inc. That's crazy. Really, brass knuckles? That's crazy. I thought y'all was joking when you said he got worked with the knucks. Damn. Yeah, you could. Well, you're fine, Wiggles. Come here. I'm not gonna get you. You're fine. I saw it and was definitely shocked when I saw it, but I'm gonna have to watch that live because that's just nuts. Oh, that was me. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Don't joke about stuff like that. Man, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch that live. Mr. Live, gonna have to watch. He's super nice. Sucks. Yes, that's why when I saw it, I was like, I just saw it, and it was the first thing I wanted to ask the crew was, what the hell happened to Chris? Rolf, I hope your leg's doing all right today, brother. I bet. Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to watch it now. Shout out to Unprofessional Dad, folks. If you're not following him, Unprofessional Dad is a good dude and really cares about this community. Damn, that's no bueno. Good thing he's a tough SOB. Yeah, if you're not following him, he's got some awesome content. Definitely give the Unprofessional Dad a follow. If one of my mods wouldn't mind dropping his link, I'd really appreciate it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Got to agree. Got to agree, never leave the house without your cordless hole punch. You just don't do it. I'm gonna check mud. Here, I'll share mud's Gary, and then it looks like I might have another one. Thank you for dropping that link, homie. I appreciate you. Unprofessional Dad's an awesome guy. Mud is rocking. The lighter bro, of course, Tokers Unite. Baton 3. And then we've got a Tenable Anomaly, a Kaiser Muskrat, an Ultim Warney Pyrite, and the Toxic Storm and 20 CV Drop Bear, as well as that Hacksaw for getting rid of the evidence. Oh no. His boys were there too? Oh, I'm really going to have to watch that. On the Aegean coast. Yeah, what? Man, it's getting crazy out there, folks. It's getting crazy. Always got to be watching. Oh, I hear the bomber going over. Yeah, you can hear it right now. Today is our huge car show in town. And I was up at 5 this morning helping Mrs. Deadly set up her company's canopy because everything had to be set up by 5:30 because the cars move in and they line the entire downtown for about 8 blocks now. It used to be like 4, but it's gotten massive, and they do the side streets too. So we've got that going on all day downtown. Henry G, what it do, my man? Oh, wow. That's crazy. Got the TKL 002, Wixco Vortex, and the Crew card, a pair of 3. Nice carry. Yeah, that Vortex thumb stud works perfect as a wave feature. I like to carry it in my right rear pocket. But for you, it also works left rear because you're lefty, and I've carried it on that side too. And I can rip it out every time in my hand with that blade ready to go, just like this. This one here, this is the Monterey Bay Knives Wolverine textured tie in S90V. This one was a gift, a birthday gift from homeboy Tristan. It really has, and this one has gotten a lot of carry. The Sabertooth, I only took out for pictures and such. But it's that the heavy blade on it made it really smooth from the beginning. But this one has received a lot of carry and use already. This is the Monterey Bay Knives Wolverine. Yeah, the Wolverine is almost exactly. Whoop, that was a bad flip. Para 3 or Neutron 2 size with a very similar grip area because of the choil and a very similar handle shape to a Para 3. And it makes it mad comfortable. And then the Sabertooth is larger. It's larger brother. That's the BM2 size. And same shape. So you still get the forward choil. You still get a thumb ramp. But they are crazy value on the Monterey Bay Knives website. These were sold out last I checked. They're probably sold out on the saber tooths at the moment, but last I checked, they had the diamond and the smooth. These start at 130 and they're 140 for the textured, and the saber tooth starts at 150 smooth or 140 smooth and is 150 with the textured tie. That's textured tie, tie pocket clip, and an S90V blade. They're on the Monterey Bay Knives website. I don't have any affiliation, but Tristan sent both of them in for review, and I did do a review on them. And there's going to be more content on this one since this one is mine, and I am really digging them. Yeah, MBK. Yep, Monterey Bay Knives. Carrying the Matriarch 2 and the Boss Teeth Porcupine. Really settled into a comfortable carry. He's got the perfect EDC knife and the perfect beef jerky defender. Yeah, what it really gives you, if for people that don't like the looks of a Spyderco, it gives you very, very comparable ergos and comfort. Or if you love the ergo, if you love Spydercos, it just gives you another knife that feels that good in hand. Can't tag y'all at the moment, but he's here and listening. I hope you I'm just gonna say, because I don't know what information is out, but just add our brother Rolf to your prayers, please. They're gonna get him taken care of, but make sure you add our brother Rolf to your prayers. Yeah, there will be a ton of trucks down there. Want a matriarch for your bike knife? Yay, yay. Yeah, all methods of deployment are perfect. It just, my fingers are getting a little slippery right now. I got to wash my hands. Wipe that off. It is easy for the reach around if my hands aren't slick. It didn't want to do the other one either there, but yeah, very well tuned for all methods of deployment and just snappy. Full serrated, yeah, on the matriarch, yay. Wolverines, what's up, Brandos? How you doing today? Dana, what's up? Hope you're having a killer Saturday so far. Yeah, the thumb set works really well for pocket deployment. Yeah, that little weird ripper is so ready. Giving away a ProTech TR2 once Mo Patty hits 5 honey. Damn, she was getting very close to 4 honey last I saw. So definitely follow Mo Patty if you're not. That's going to be a killer. I'm almost positive it's I'm 99.8% positive it's artisan. I haven't seen anywhere it's listed, but I would comfortably bet money that this is artisan. The S90V, the tie. Let me grab this real quick. The milling, it's just, it feels like artisan through and through. So, I mean, I like I said, I would bet money on it being artisan. Oh yeah, I will add a saber tooth to the collection. It is just, it's just a bigger, more badass version of this one right here. Boom, there's the diamond saber tooth. I'm gonna pull up that link real quick. Maybe. It's catching up, so let me grab that link. There we go. Boom. All right. We'll share that link in just a moment. Scrolling down, see if I missed anything. Yeah, definitely. Definitely keep him in your prayers. And I'll also be adding unprofessional dad. Looks like he's recovering well, luckily. Sterling Stoots, what it do? What it do? Good to see you. Good, bro. Thanks. Unfortunately, the only nice playing with at the moment are dishes. Sub to Sis Kelly, faux show. If you're not following Kelly's Mishmash, you should be. This is the Diamond Sabertooth, still available. So this comes in at, and this is the Sabertooth I got to check out, the texture that Tristan has, and it's beautiful on the knife. They send a full set of hardware with it, with all of them, standoffs, everything. And so you're 8.5 inches overall on the Sabertooth with a 4-inch blade and a 3.5-inch cutting edge. S9DV titanium, and you're only $150. I don't know. I'm still showing the hardware. That's what y'all wanted to see. Pat, that is like spot on, just longer than PM2. My review puts it right next to a PM2 and TRM Atom. Kelly just made you some awesome monkey fists. Hell yes. Yeah, 150. 150 is a pretty good price, man. Gareth, what it do, my brother from a South African mother and one of the original members of Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie? Hope you're doing well today. Hope the family's good. I gotta. What is on this? Oh, D2. This Kershaw Remnant came in with the other Kershaws and the ZT for review. Nice little budget plunge lock. Wow, that goes way back there the way it uses it as a stop pin. So you could make that trail as big as you want. Nice ergos. If it's priced right, decent budget knife. Just down with man flu. Still going live tomorrow, though. So, who in here has a Kershaw Bel Air of any sort? I'm curious. Are all the springs just very soft touch like that for release? Like, I mean, it's an easy one finger release on that crossbar. It reminds me of my Deca when it first came in before I put Kaiser springs in it. Like, I would want to change the springs out in this, even though the detent works perfectly every time. Lots of Kershaw's, no Bel Air though. Any of their other Duralock knives? How does the crossbar feel on those? Like, I haven't checked out an Iridium except for the launch Iridium. So this is my first experience with their newer crossbars. And it's just a very soft touch spring. Like, even this big boy, you can do with one finger, completely release it. Had one, yes. Very soft spring, perfectly tuned. You like the soft spring personally. Word. Yeah, no, like I was saying at the beginning of the live, because the detent works perfectly, it's really a personal preference thing. And it's just very soft touch. Very easy to disengage. I guess that must be what they're going for. Detent works perfectly still though. I definitely personally prefer this, and especially value wise, over a bug out. But knocking crap around. But I still think Deca better. I love. Oh, there goes the internet. We were doing so well too. I love the Deca. Kershaw came flying out. Definitely not soft spring. The micarta clip point. Yeah, I do want to check out a couple of, I'd like to check out some of the other editions. But, nice thin blade stock. The micarta is really comfortable. Ordered a TACCOM Interceptor Orange Peel Titanium. Ooh, the Intruder. Ooh. We'll pull that up real quick. Grabbing that knife to share. He's talking about the Tac Knives Intruder. Ha, Gareth. This is the Tac Knives Intruder. Such a dope knife. Frame lock. Their awesome orange peel tie. Magna Cut steel at 6263. T10 pivot, T8 everything else. These are $289, but code EDC with DBD 20, all lowercase. EDC with DBD 20 drops this down to $237, under $240 after discount code. Yeah, the carbon fiber Bel Air is one of the ones that I would like to check out. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Sterling. I knew. I don't remember what I was calling it the other day. I think I called it the Violator or something like that. I need to make a knife now called the Violator. We'll make it be like a half serrated hawkbill or something. Oof. It does launch every time. I'm getting used to that soft pull spring. I still like having a little bit more resistance when I pull back, just personally. Jim Cox. Remember Kripple Krew Inc? What's up? The Nanya. There you go. Like to have the unnamed and the Nunya. The next could be anonymous. We need to make a wave deployed ripper or something that's called the Fug Off. Fugoff. Fug Off. Ron Dobbins, member Kripple Krew Inc. It's going well, brother. How are you? Hope you're having a killer day. Yeah. I want to make a violator now. DVD's violator. I gotta figure out what that one needs to look like, though. The violator and the Fug Off. Plus, it'd be fun just to have everybody, all the reviewers, or well, if any of them checked it out, you know, but have the reviewers have to say Fug Off on all their videos. Yeah, oh yeah, you can't mess with her in a Thumb War Championship. Yeah, Fug Off. Ozark Trail Fug Out. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to make the violator and the Fug Off. And then the Fug Off, there could later be another version called the Fug Out of Here. Like at least it'd be names that haven't been used 18 times, like Stinger. Everybody's got a Stinger. Found a Miguron Vacor with M390 with tie scales. Woo! Miguron Vacor. Let me pull up the Vacor. I don't recognize that brand. Oh, it's a crossbar lock. Vacor. Let me see if they show the tie one. I see. There we go. M390 black PVD tie handle. This is the knife that he is talking about, folks. Miguron makes great knives, and their heat treats are on point. So, it seems like a really good value to me. Titanium and M390 for half the price of a Bug Out. I mean, that's what it is. It's a Bug Out beater. It's that size, tie pocket clip that is reversible and inset. Yeah, it's just a better value Bug Out beater. And Miguron makes nice knives. Why everyone using these generic names? Yeah. Jack Wolf Tango with the 80s. Ooh, that's gonna look fire. Yeah, that is Bugatti. Yeah, can't go wrong with a Miguron. The Fork You too. Yes. Yes, definitely. You got to find something you can keep rolling with. Oof. So, The ticker asks, what is your favorite score of 2025 so far? I know it's been a busy knife year for all of us. But if you had to pick one to say, damn, I'm glad I got that this year. S90 Sage 6. Poof. Coming out the gate swinging. Can't disagree with that. Now, I'm not talking about any I don't mean like any attachment to it because of who. Well, it could be because of who gave it to you. Shit, it doesn't matter. Just what's your favorite score this year? Shaman? Yeah. Yeah, I needs to get me a Shaman. 15V Para 3. Porcupine. Yay, you've been loving that Porcupine. That's the one that he got off of Gon's kicking in on one of my giveaways. Oh no, was that B&A? That's B&A. My bad. Shout out B&A. That was a Freighter knife. Hinderer XM18. Ooh. Robert Willoughby, what it do, homie? 15V Mannix. I want a 15V Mannix. Badly. Joker Arenzo's the best find for you. Yeah, pick your favorite child. My Mannix. Yay. So, it would be real easy. Jack Burdine, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, homie? Good to see you. Jim Miller said, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, my man? Says the Thunderhead. Right. Yeah. Ooh. Is his favorite of the year. Sage Success 90V is your biggest miss. Sean Batts. Any of my Aries EDC book builds can pick one. Okay, I can't disagree with that, homie. Ron Dobbins with the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. You know, I don't ask for the super chats. I don't like to set goals and such normally, but it's always very much appreciated, and it really does help out. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Think you're can't answer the question. Have such a great year from all your family on here. Finch Stray Dog. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Denko 8020 tie. Yeah. Kaiser Rays from Loot's Drawing Board. That's a good looking knife. Group tag, finishing lunch. Jim Miller can't tag everybody, but he says hello. You know he loves y'all. Yeah, we doing favorite one you've grabbed so far this year. So, Mick Ranger with the $2 super chat as well. Says, love you, DBD and fan. I truly appreciate you with some Thunderhead acoustic salute. Again, it really does help out, especially with shipping and all of that. I truly appreciate your support. Thank you, brother. Oh no, Jim's in trouble. We're going to have to put him in a corner. Just picked one of about 10. So many nice. Yeah, you know. Hey, take it easy, Tristan. Have a great weekend, brother. It's on your CV. 20.5 is your best catch this year, or a best exploit at 50% discount. There you go. Prince Custom Protein. Ooh, ooh, eat. So many nice blades. True that. You know, it would be very easy for me to pick the TRM Bulldog in lizard skin 3D tie. I mean, the Rev B, this might be my American knife of the year for my channel. We'll see. You know, we still got a lot of year to go and a lot of testing to go. But I am insanely in love with this knife. However, this has been my most important pickup, my top pickup for the year, because this was at the top of my Spidey Grail list and at the top of my grails, and scoring it from the first member of Kripple Krew Inc., my brother Chris Warris. That makes this my knife, my favorite score of the year. My favorite 2025 knife so far overall is my Bulldog Rev B. And yes, yeah, the milling it's just so insane how they stepped up their game even from their old lizard skin tie that was beautiful. This is just nuts all around. But yeah, I know you're looking forward to both of those. Thank you, Ron. That means a lot to me, homie. Dan, MF, and Stan, EDC, member Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Good to see you. Gonzo flexing hard. Spider Core Warnies undefeated. Yay. 15 V pair of 3, so good. Folk Doozle. Member Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, homie? Good to see you. We're just talking about what our favorite score of 2025 is. Yeah, Dan Stan, it was a grail of mine forever, especially the CTS XHP edition. And then with the Flightanium aluminum loop scales and the MXG deep carry tie clip that was already on it, I love it. I love it. One of my favorite knives, period, in my collection. And I mean, every time it flicks out, that warning goes hard. And then the edge that Boston Blade Works put on this is still laser sharp. And I use this a lot. We've got a lot of great sharpeners in this community, and he's definitely one of them. Yeah, worn clips and sheep foots, or that kind of tweener that we see a bit of, the worn foots or the sheep clips. Oh, it's my favorite blade shape. I want a Mojave, the Machine Wise Mojave. Do have a custom Jimmy Crow coming from Chris. Oh yes, gotta love a Jimmy Crow custom. Absolutely. Broke his voice to not resemble my nuts. Well, your nuts need some more milling, homie. No, are we spinning? Oh, okay, I thought we were spinning. Mojave, closer to your list than Sonora. Yeah, I've seen multiple people that have that said they wish they got a Mojave. Just learned about Bless Knives. A Donnie Bless Vapor is my #1 folding grail now. Donnie B's Vapor, all of his blades are sick. The Ripley, the Newt, all of his the new oh shoot, the one that starts with P, the Predator. They're all dope, but the favorite that is woof. Sheila, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's up? Have a PM2, do the pricing, get a second 20.5 before a second PM2. I hear you. You guys know I love my 80 20.5s and have another one due here in the next day or two. My third 80 20.5 will be here in the next day or two. But I'm not done collecting PM2s. I have the standard blade. I have the Warney. Now I need the M4 Tonto. I mean, I would take an S30V Tonto, don't get me wrong. But the M4 is my next Spidey Grail. M4 Tonto. And eventually the LMAX Spear Point with Wave. But the Tonto is the next PM2 I'm chasing. Regular blade shapes, I'm not chasing any more PM2s. I have S45. I have awesome American-made Ultim scales on it and a clip. I love, well, I might as well grab that one too. If I'm grabbing them, I'm talking about them. You know, I love this one to the point that I really don't need another standard blade shape, even though, you know, Krukarda, all of those are awesome. But I've got to get the Tonto in my collection, and then eventually the Spear Point. And then I'll be done with PM2s until they come out with another blade shape. Yeah, I'm more about chasing the blade shape right now on these over chasing steel. But I do love my 80 20.5s. The Shark Lock is my favorite lock of all time, even over the compression lock. And I have a 3V Shark Foot DLC with Flightanium micarta scales due to arrive anytime as a trade from homeboy Tristan. I'm going to refresh my own screen. Maybe speed this up a little bit. There we go. Maybe. Wow, that was fun. Like I was saying, I reboot the router and modem before I go live. I reboot all my electronics before I go live. But Wi-Fi here just isn't great. The hardline cable is due this afternoon. As soon as we're offline, I'm sure I will have it. The Ripley is insane. Absolutely insane. And War Room has one due anytime. Mainly off grid. Welcome back, homie. Good to see you. Dalton Shoulders, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. I don't have a slicer blade yet, so I still need a slicer, a clip point, and a whale shark blade. Oh, wait, no, the whale shark's on the 80-20. I need a slicer and a clip point blade still. These two were gifts from the Deadly Daughter Christmas 2 years ago when this just dropped from DLT. They were $250, But for Black Friday, they did a sale where if you bought this, you got a Austin A shark foot for free. So she got me a 3V big pivot and an Austin A small pivot for Christmas. And I still need, the clip point and slicer blades. Because this is my favorite lock. I love shark locks. I love 80/20.5s. And 80/20 is my top production grail. Ken Faulkner, what's going on? Good to see you, Ken. Might need a bodacious down the road. You know, they did that lightweight bodacious, and I was like, eh. And now they're going to be doing a lightweight shaman. And I'm like, I just really want. What's up, Beardo? Member Kripple Krew Inc. Super safety. Next spider could hopefully be a shaman. Yay, yay. I want a shaman so badly. And no slicer. Love my 80/20.5s. Yeah, my favorite lock is hide. There we go. My favorite. Why won't it let me click Ron's comment? My favorite lock is shark locks. I love the shark cub. I love my I think this right here is still the best budget knife of 2025. The Arcade Light. A phenomenal use of the shark lock. It's overall my favorite locking system, period. Yeah, I'm gonna get it right when the stream ends. Oh, of course. Always, homie. The Kripple Krew, man, I love going live because the Kripple Krew is the best group of people to hang out with. I have so much fun kicking it with the crew. Yeah, that's a good question. What's everybody's favorite locking? Yeah, these Ultim are Rip's Garage Tech. And the Ultim backspacer comes with them. They're double the thickness of the stock scales, so it feels so much better in hand. And they're a lot harder on pants, but still have plenty of texture. And work great with a Lynch Northwest deep carry clip. I love these scales. Paul Mills, member Kripple Krew Inc. What's going on, homie? How you doing today? Bless knives. Speak of the devil. We was just talking about Ripley's and Vapors and badass knives from Donnie B, also known as Bless Knives. Got an 80/20 on the way. Hell yes. Dana says her favorite lock is the shark lock. Ooh. Ooh. That would be nice. I really like Knife Center's exclusive whale shark. 80/20 with the whale shark blade. Oh, I want one of those. Yeah, it's a great question, Ron. What's everybody's favorite locking system? Bodacious, so good. Freedom Knife Shop for new spider coats. That's the place that you need to create an account and put it in your cart to really see the price. But they do sometimes have some crazy frame locks or the triad lock. Yay, heavy duty. Take it easy, Mud. Have fun at the car show later, homie. Frame lock or triad lock. I'm not surprised with Donnie B. You know, he likes them big, thick boys that'll do anything and, take you through the apocalypse. Shark lock, super lock, atlas type, or top liner locks. Yes, I'm a big fan of the top liner slash button compression slash whatever you want to call them. I don't have any yet. I've reviewed a bunch of them, and it's my favorite, like, button lock style. William Hornboss, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? What it do? Frame lock or compression lock? Okay, yay. Can't go wrong with either. You're a frame lock guy, especially a bolster or subframe. Yeah, on a frame lock, I do prefer it to be bolstered, just so I have less chance of locking myself out with the thumb. Yeah, I love the Scorpion lock. And it's one of my absolute favorite locks. I just wish it was on more knives. I love the 8015. Awesome knife. But, like, at least give us some different blade shapes. Give us a few different sizes. Like, I'd take an 8015.5. Give me a little, get you down to 8020.5 size. But with a Scorpion lock, ooh, I'd be all over it. I love the Scorpion lock. I just wish it was on more knives. That's my only complaint about it. Really liking button operated liners. Yeah. I was a big fan of plunge locks at first, just because of the ease, and I like having my fingers out of the way. But I pretty much think that today's day and age, all button locks should be button liners or button frames, some type of more than a plunge lock. Your favorite lock is a fixed blade? Frame lock for Paul Mills. Got the Mallory small Centros on the way, the one that was on sale on his website. Yay. Liner lock for Paul Mills. Yep. Inset liner. I do really like an inset liner. It's been used to great effect by companies like Tempest or that Tang every time, or New Breed. Kubi and Concept do some of the best inset liners currently available. Ting! Flicking your Geo Ethereal that you got just in time. He got that when it was still $69. Geo is raising all of their prices. Punisher, what's going on? Well, I hope today's a little better for you, homie. Like the top liners. Yay. Yeah, good to see you, Punisher. Just battled to get them disengaged. Does the Cardington count as a button compression? I would count it as a button liner. Yeah. I like some of the pivot ones that I've handled. The Cardington this leverage lock has been great. You guys know this is one of my top knives of 2025 is Bladed Ginger's Defcon Cardington with the leverage lock. That leverage lockup really is rock solid and so easy to use with that pivot. Never handled a shark or scorpion locks? Oh, it'll change your life, Sheila. Either an 8020.5 or a shark cub, or the best way to get your hands on one to check them out is the Arcade Light. You can get these for under $100. You can save 10% with code EDC with DBD. It's made in the exact same factory as the Dimco 8020.5. It's using Dimco's Shark Lock. Same AUS 10A steel as is on my Dimco, coming out of Taiwan. So you know it's well heat treated and it's going to last you forever. And then the customization, once you get this and realize, yes, I love the Shark Lock, then the customization you can do to these is just insane. I think this is the best way to get into a Shark Lock. Finally have Ultim. Uh-oh, William's gonna catch the bug. Which Ultim did you get? Did you order that Ultim Penguin, or did you order something else? Someone is selling a black tie pair of 3 titanium loop scales for $50 on Blade Binge. Damn, that's a steal. Getting some rain finally. Most of what you own is liner locks, few access locks, and 2 button locks. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Inset liner is probably your second favorite, especially when designed right. Yes, the Devo Tallboy. Amazing. Amazing inset liner. Like I said, Tempest, Devo, and New Breed have really put that lock style to great use. The Clydesdale, phenomenal. Probably have more liners than anything else. Yeah, the arcade really is a fantastic way to go. Rock scale designs. Yes, I was checking those out. Mick had me checking them out for my 3V Tonto. And I would really, when I get the funds, love to get a set of the Rock Scale Designs Critter scales for this. I like the Critter pattern, and I think that would feel awesome on here. Plus, I do like that they open up that area for more access to the Shark Lock. Need another AB Dub slip? I need 8 and AB Dub slip. Illuminati Ninja, one of the OG originals. Remember Kripple Krew Inc.? Oh yeah, duh. I knew your ethereal was Ultim. I don't know why I asked what you just got in Ultim. You got him when it was. Let me see. Let me see if it's still listed at $69. Nope, we missed the window. They marked them up to $109. They just raised the price. $40 on a $69 knife. And all of their knives, except for the ones, let's see, actually. Oh, yeah, they even jacked up the Phantasm and really jacked up the noise, too. Damn it. I was, I wish I could have got in on the noise pre-order when it was, let's show it real quick, by Fab, when it was only $199. But yeah, this one up $60. Everything on their website went up quite a bit. That was their one like claim to fame. The one reason to buy this brand new company was because they were so inexpensive. Like I said, where is it? Why am I not seeing it? Is it on the next page? Yeah, it is. So the original ethereal cutters here were all $69. And that's what William Hornbostel just paid for it. Man, $279. Yeah, their prices have gone way up. That didn't last long. They were around for about 6 months before they jacked their prices. Just stab yourself a little. Yeah, the knife was just claiming you. The CJRB bolt, that looks like a dope knife. I like the way that they added the fin to their crossbar for their recoil lock. Oh, that makes sense. That's a good place for it. Supposed to have one today. Shot clock. Yeah, you should have gotten two. Yeah, they just jacked the prices up. Some new Hapstone plates. Scrolling down, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Pretty sure I said hello to Gabe. Is anyone going to the 22nd annual? That man, that looks like it's going to be lit. Because it's going to, there are so many companies that are going to be there. Unfortunately, it's on the other side of the country. Just have to wait for their clearance sales for them to go back to their regular prices. Yes, they just dropped. I just watched before I went live. I watched G-Ball's video on the new. It's a contoured micarta and S90V for under $100. That's a damn good price. I really want to check that version of the bolt out with the contoured micarta and S90V. Yeah, G-Ball Vision is my #1 most watched channel for me. Boom shakalaka. Mick save you $60 on Matt Boss Scales. Yay, yay, yay. Mick's always making sure we know about the sales. Rosecraft, Purple Tie, Sugar Maple Jack, and Mad Yako goodies are out for delivery. Ooh, good day, good day. Yes, you would love this one. You would love this one, Gareth. The ZT0203 big ass blade of M4 steel. Here it is compared to the Bel Air, which is a bug out size. Here it is in width. It's twice as wide. Like you can almost not twice as wide. But I don't know the way the contoured scales are. I'm gonna have to look at the full width because it could be close to twice as wide. M4 crossbar, big beefy blade. It's a beast. Yeah, the ZT0203. Here it is against a. We'll put it up against a PM2. So it's got 1/2 inch on a PM2. I haven't pulled up specs yet. I'm not doing. I've just been feeling it out, checking it out, carrying it a bit. I haven't pulled up the full specs before doing a review, but it's the biggest crossbar lock knife I've ever handled. Yeah, it's definitely the largest crossbar lock I've handled. I can choke all the way back to here and still be on the handle. Full 4-finger grip. Liner lock's way to go, but mess me up switching. Only have 4 back flippers. I want that Flytanium and Deca maybe my next. You can't go wrong with either. The arcade is insane. I think it's the best budget knife of 2025, without a doubt so far. That I've got to get hands on with that CJRB bolt with S90V though for under 100 to compare it. But, and then a Deca is one of my most carried blades, period, out of my entire collection. This knife has the most bike time, most miles on my Harley or Indian compared to any of my other knives, because in MagnaCut, Ultim, and Titanium, I never worried about this riding through the wet side of the state. Anybody who's familiar with Western Washington knows that if you're riding, you want to have something that you're not going to worry about getting wet frequently. And this has been my knife that's probably got the most downpour. I'll check my IG. I'm going to have to do this. Oh, shit. Those look insane. Gons, I see your picture, by the way. Great shot. No offense, you know I won't. I'm not sharing it because of the awesome cordless hole punch. But nice shot, great carry. Check these out, Kripple Krew. Our boy Bluminati been back on the laser. And those look friggin' sick. Ooh. Oh my. I love that. Looks like I might be having to contribute to the Bluminati dojo here soon. These are badass, brother. now Paul Mills really wants that ABW back. You watch Blade Alchemy every morning? That's another good one. Yeah, ZT Fifth Pocket. Yes, the recoil lock on the bolt. Recoil V2, by the way. Yeah, what are they releasing the auto there or the Atom frame lock? It's the biggest crossbar I've handled, period. I'm catching up on. There are supposed to be some of the PSB 27 tag-alongs, actually. I believe. I wish I could be there, but that's what I believe. Yes, it's a stupid deal. $99 for Contoured Micarta and S90V. Gotcha. If you do Flightanium, code EDC with DBD saves 10% on everything. Knives, accessories, and even anything in the garage sale is on. You can use it. Yeah, I'm in Southeast Washington, so I'm high desert. But yeah, the wet side is you got to know what you're rocking when you ride over there, because stuff can rust pretty quickly. Ended up giving that element to a friend of mine. Yay. J1 Doobie. What it do, my man? Good to see you. Yeah, I do know that they have yeah, that's awesome, Bluminati. I'm gonna have to get with you to get some of those. Definitely to maybe add into some giveaways and such. J1 Doobie says he's working, just dropped in to say hi and hit the like. I appreciate you. So if he doesn't reply to everybody, that's because he's at work. But you know he still says hi. Yes, I know. And TRM said it was okay to talk about this a while back. Yeah, stab that like button. There you go. The Atom frame lock and an auto based off of the Neutron. Not an auto Neutron, but a new automatic about that size and an atom frame lock are coming next. Get the can in January when you don't have to pay the tax. Anybody, just a quick cordless hole punch chat that we don't, not going to get into much. And I'm going to put this in certain terms. Anybody looking to get a short barreled, an SBR cordless hole punch, anybody looking to get a can, wait till January 1st when the big beautiful bill goes into effect and the tax drops to 0. You still have to apply for the tax stamp for it, but it drops to 0. Bladed Ginger, what's up, homie? In the new house. Oh, he got his A-box in. Yay, yay. Yeah, the turnaround is much quicker, but the for SBRs and cans and stuff like that, the tax goes to 0 in January. Not going to turn this into a cordless hole punch chat, but just reminding folks of good things to come. It should, the language should never have been changed from the original bill. The tax should have been gotten rid of completely, the entire stamp process. But at least you just apply now and wait, and you no longer pay. Recently celebrated the 40th anniversary of the Live Aid concert. Not big on frame locks or autos, but that tag along can't pass up if you have a chance to get it. Yay, yay, yay. You know, I'm not a big frame lock guy either. And I'm definitely not a big auto guy. I'm playing with this Kershaw Launch 21 right now that's in for review, and it's a dope auto. M4 steel, good size knife. Like, I like it, but I'm in an area where only the evil homie BDB carries autos, you know, because I follow all local knife and cordless hole punch laws at all times, of course, and recommend everybody do such. But evil homie BDB, he don't care. And even he doesn't carry autos much. Just not the biggest fan. I mean, don't get me wrong, a good auto is nice. And I have some OTFs that I like. And I have an out the side auto, 2 of them that I like. And that evil homie BDB does carry at times. It's just those, I would agree. That autos just aren't my fave. Yeah, baby steps. The problem is we had the whole thing in the bill and they got weak. Okay, I'm not getting into politics though. Not gonna do it. How to get Starlink? Oh, as long as it's working right. Nice. No new knife day till next week. My Flightanium code is EDC with DBD, all caps. Saves 10% on everything site-wide, including the new concourse. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up the Flightanium website. Move a couple of these knives out of my way. The new concourse. Flightanium is having one of the best years of any knife brand, in my opinion, this year. They have been owning 2025. And had too many autos open in your pocket. Ooh, that's no bueno. And it has secondary locks. Nah, even homie BDB has to be somebody completely different from me because I would never do the things that evil homie BDB does. You know, he just is what he is. You know, just like I wouldn't recommend non-magnetic tools for concerts and such, but Evil Homie BDB carries them. But never DBD. Oh, damn, Gons. Damn. All right, I will reach out to Flightanium and get that fixed. Thank you for telling me that. Oh, anytime, Brando. So in the description of every live and every video is all of my affiliate links. Plus, you can also check my beacons.ai, whatever the heck it's called, for a list of links. But Flightanium, yeah, they've been killing. KSK, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, my man? How are you? Let's take a look at Flightanium right quick. I'm gonna have to make them make it so you can use my code more than once. Ooh, that's not the page I was going to, though. Let's look at the new concourse. Front flipper and thumb studs. I like the Venus edition. I think that looks gorgeous. And I like the black coated. The Terra Firma looks really good with the green. I think the Terra Firma and the Venus are my favorite. But it's a front flipper or thumb stud, frame lock, titanium, and 14C for 118 after code DBD, or 117 after code DBD, EDC with DBD. However, the beef is my best knife of 2025 under 60 bucks, because you can get this big beefy boy for $54 after code EDC with DBD, and then get an S90V blade for 72 bucks. And the Arcade Light is my absolute budget knife of the year so far. The Atomic Purple, they all come with stonewashed or black. And I think the purple stonewash looks gorgeous, but y'all know I had to grab the Atomic Green. The Arcade Pro looks awesome. Titanium, full titanium hardware, pocket clip backspacer, everything thumb studs, plus a 20 CV compound ground Tonto. And then the regular Arcade from last year is such a dope knife. This is the one that I want. That's the one I want. And then all of their parts for so many different knives. You can save 10% on all of these, and even on garage sale stuff. So like you can get the Zenith trainer for just over 30 bucks right now. The Arc Form Prospect from 350 down to what? That'd be 16 bucks off, so $134. Titanium stuff for your knives. These are the scales that I put on my grip for 25 bucks. You can get them for pair of 3, bug out, mini bug outs. These are the scales that are on my Warney. I paid $22 for these. 22 bucks. And they feel great. This is a good price for their titanium 80-20.5 scales. Yeah, just awesome stuff available. And where do they still have? Oh, they've added a lot more. to the garage sale. Ooh, Civivi button lock. The original Civivi button lock. $25 for copper or brass. So $22 or $36 for tie. I'm gonna have to grab these. That's the scales I've been wanting for my button lock. Shaman scales. That's new. We banter. At least not. It's new to the garage sale. They have added, Elementum 2. If you've got a button lock Elementum 2, you can get the brass, titanium, or copper. They've added a lot to the garage sale page. Always worth checking out. Ooh, here's some titanium Dimco for $80. Or micarta. You could put micarta, contoured micarta, on your 80/20.5 for $27. Some stupid prices right now. Copper backspacer, titanium backspacer, down to $8 after discount. I'm gonna have to. Oh man, they really trying to get us. Look at those shaman scales for $36. Mini Osborns, full Aussie Osborns. Original Elementum for $36 tie. Some stupid deals on the garage sale, folks. Now I got to see who I missed. Scrolling up. And you got on your last order from Blade HQ. Nice. Start the pass around group for your Ozark Trails collection. Scrolling down now, seeing what I missed. What I have to do is glow in the dark. Yeah. The glow in the dark scales are hella inexpensive too. Yep, black and purple. I knew you would. And discount code's always good. What it do, Fred the Lug? You probably can't reply to everybody, but I really appreciate you saying hi and lurking. Garage sale's the way to go. Yes. Oh, show. I'm going to let the dogs out real quick. I'll be right back, folks. You don't want to go out, buddy? You want to out, pretty girl? Yeah, she'll want him back in soon since her brother didn't go out with her. He's in here sleeping. But yeah, the aluminum loop scales feel great on the mini grip. What am I even saying? None for now. Good to see you. Going to buy an 80/20S on Blade Bin, but it couldn't figure out how to clear your cart. The concept hazard does look sick. I reached out to them to ask them about one for why is my I see what's pulling my phone. I see what just happened to my camera. I reached out to Concept to ask them about reviewing the hazard, and I was a little late. They had already sent out the review copies, but they said they'd give me a 50% discount to buy and review it. I don't have the funds right now paying for daughter's college. Aries EDC, what's up, brother? I'm so glad that last hawk sold. You know, the only Elementum that's still in my collection is this one. One of my favorite plunge locks of all time. The OG button lock Elementum, gravity style. You have to use the button to open and close it. this had the best ergos. It's bigger than a stock than the Elementum or the Elementum 2. You've got the choil because there's no flipper tab. So it has the best ergos of any Elementum. This one, I would absolutely put those Flytanium scales on because I love this knife, and it's the only Elementum that I have kept. I absolutely dig this version of the Elementum. Glow carbon looks sick. Yay. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Would have to tape the blade to get the hang of the concept hazard. Yeah, the hazard's a good name for it. I could see myself trying to work that and throwing it right into my thigh. Alex Kerber. Remember Kripple Krew Wink with those badass emojis. Crazy Storm. Man. Are you in the South, Brando? That's one thing that I miss. I love the storms down south. We were just down there again for Deadly Daughter, dropping her off at college. And I can't wait till we can get things lined up and move south. Messed up on your mule team. Good thing it's not expensive. Which mule team? Oh, you got the Max, the Magnamax. Lots of diamonds in the rough from Ozark Trail. Take it easy, folk. Have fun and don't get any on ya. Blind Woo Fury. Member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, my man? Rock texture scales are becoming popular, but I have an old trade from years ago with that awesome style Kung Fu grip. Gotta try that on 8020s. Want that 8020S. You have the one with clear scales? Nice. Yeah, that looks really cool. The clear Lexan. Yeah, this one was my first Elementum. This was also my first button lock. And I immediately I love this style. That's why I like my Rosecraft Blades Clinch River button lock. It's the same. You have like gravity style where you have to use the button to open and close it. And I just love that. Yeah, next time when I'm in Tucson for show. Oh, New York? Got a crazy storm in New York right now. Man, after we got back, I saw that crazy, what is it called? It starts with an H and it has a bunch of vowels. That crazy wall of dust that washed over the airport in Phoenix. It looks like a big old rolling cliff of dust. It starts with an H. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm glad I missed that. Haboob, that's it. Yeah, I knew it started with an H and had a lot of vowels. It was a weird word. I'll be right back. I'm going to let Wiggles back in. She doesn't like staying out too long without her brother. Yeah, dust storms are not something I would be a fan of. Yeah, I just saw like cell phone footage and such of it. It was crazy. Guys, if you ever wonder what the desk starts to look like during a live, I've got knives everywhere right now, as well as up on the shelf next to me. I think no, I would not want to be in one of those dust storms. You can miss me with that stuff. Guess there, I'm fun of the Burning Man concert again. Yeah, not something I've ever, not a concert I've ever really wanted to go to. But yeah, dust storm is a no-go for me. Yeah, it was nasty. It even talks about how you can get yes. Yes, it is a beautiful sight. No, it's Wiggles. She's Wiggles. I call her name is Riku, but because of the way that her tail wags her entire ass and sometimes her body, I've always called her Wiggle Butt. And so she just goes by Wiggles or Wigs. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Reading. You can get hella sick from that. Spliffy. Yay, yay. Oh, hey. You can. You can front flip these. You just gotta really work that shit. It is not a comfortable front flipper. It's not made for it, that's for sure. Yeah, no Burning Man from me, no Coachella from me, just not me. No, Ozfest, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, she's always been Wiggles. Or Wigs. Yeah, we could wiggle butt. And Saint, our husky, his nickname's always been Lucifer. Yeah, we named him Saint because the patch on his forehead looks like a fleur de lis. And then when he was a puppy, he was a little shithead. So we called him Saint Lucifer. Now he knows he's in trouble if he hears Saint Lucifer. But yeah, Wiggles. I'm just more used to calling her that than by her name. I think most of the time, if I try to call her by her name, she thinks she's in trouble. She's so used to hearing me say Wiggles. Went once, and that was good enough for you for Burning Man. You know, some knives, just the way they fit your hand and the angle that it takes to clear can make it hard. Some of them, you guys see that I typically front flip without much of a problem. But there are some knives with front flippers that either I can't get a good grip on the pocket clip like that, because if I'm rocking a front flipper, I'm holding the pocket clip. And even if I'm doing it with my thumb, I'm still holding the pocket clip. And some of them I can't get as comfortable of a grip on like that, or just the angle that's required for the across motion messes with me. So I can understand how some knives are harder to do, for sure, depending on how they fit your name. Getting a palm ski, got to think of a name for it. Mrs. Deadly, she always wanted a husky. And then she started talking about palm skis. And that's when I was like, okay, we can get a husky. Because I wanted a full size dog, but palm skis are so cute. And Mrs. Deadly has wanted one for a while. So funny story about the shaman. The first time I ever handled a shaman was when I met up with Chris Warris, and War Room handed me his CTS XHP and Black Micarta shaman. And I flicked it out. I was like, ooh, I like that. And then I looked at the jimping and I was like, let me see something. Angled it in my hand. And first try, I popped it out. And Warren's like, what did you just do? I was like, front flip your shaman? He was like, I didn't even know you could front flip that. So as he was driving back to Florida, he was working on front flipping his shaman. So now he's a front flip shaman pro. You can front flip the Meteora much easier. Make it a cock tease. Huh. Yeah, the Para 3, I would like to get either a 15V or a Krew Carta Para 3 eventually, because I would like to feel a true Para 3 with, you know, full washers and such. Because the lightweight, while definitely still, well, plenty of fidgetability. I mean, very easy, especially as it's been breaking in. It's still not going to have the same smoothness as a true Para 3 will with the double washers and liners. So I would like to. This was my first Para 3. I didn't even know if I was going to like a Para 3. And I really do. I like the ergos on this a lot. So eventually, I would like to get a Krew Carta or a 15V Para 3. I know 15V going away, but that would be the one, either of the two that I would upgrade to. Or if they do a Cutlery Shop exclusive CTS XHP Para 3, then I'm going to be all over it. Got to give it some wrist action. Yay, yay. It's funny. So I know he's not here yet, or here any longer. He had to step out. But projectiles are sharp. Tristan found the channel just before Blade Show. Just before Blade Show, he started hanging out in the lives. Matter of fact, I think it was the live right before Blade Show. And he wasn't a fan of Spyderco looks at all. Just like so many of us Spyderco fans used to be. I thought that these were two of the ugliest knives in the world. And I got this and fell in love with Spyderco. And I have 5 now and want so many more. Well, Tristan was in the Spydercos are fugly boat. And we got him to try one. This was just before Blade Show. He got his, right after Blade Shows when he got his first Spyderco. And now he has 14 since Blade Show. Yeah, he went from not being a Spyderco fan at all to now he's like Ash Ketchum and he's got to catch them all. Micron papers to polish the washers. This one only has a washer, I believe. I haven't taken it apart yet. Cannot do the Spidey flick for the life of you. You know, the knife that I taught myself to Spidey flick on, that was the easiest for me before I got a Spidey, was this one right here. Mini Sheepdog button lock, no flipper tab. This is the knife I learned to Spidey flick on. It is so perfect for it. And it's a great 5th pocket little big knife. This is one of my few plunge locks that'll never ever go anywhere, because that's how I learned to Spidey flick, was this knife right here. And now it's a lot easier for me to reverse flick than it is to use my thumbs most of the time. My thumbs like to jack up a lot. I mean, all my fingers do. But yes, Oh, Paul Mills got it coming anyway. He was going to get one no matter what. Got your first Furlap micarta. Nice. Yes, once it was in my hand, I was done for. You know, I might as well pull out the others. After my Para 2, I really wanted a Mannix 2, and there was a couple of steals that that were on my Grail list, and this M4 was one of them. And War Room traded this one to me, and I've got my Lil Native, one of the best fifth pocket knives in history. If you can't tell, I do like the compression lock a bit. And I've been hooked on Spidey since. Like I said earlier, my top Spidey Grail currently is a PM2 Tonto Rendition because I got the warning. But I would love to get a Krew Carta or 15V Mannix 2. And I need a Shaman. Yeah, Mannix doesn't have quite the same. It's being a little sleeker this way does make it look better, more attractive to some folks. Mom always liked to look at them. Hell yeah. Take it easy, Neil Mac. Have a good one, homie. Send Cut Kirill. Yeah, it's a nice knife. The Mannix 2 is the one that got you. Yeah, I love this lightweight, and it will get scales eventually. And a clip. Well, it got a pickled steel Warhog clip, which is better than the Spyderco clip, by the way. But I do want a full Mannix 10. Mannix 2, either in Krew Carta or 15V. Or no, I think Rex 76 was only on a lightweight, maybe. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh. Yeah, don't like the look of the scales. I like my custom scales on my PM2s. Here's another one sitting right around here somewhere. I have Cerberus Ultim on one and Flightanium scales that you can get for $22 right now on this one. And they feel much better than the flat G10. I will say I am impressed with the FRN on the newer Para 3s. This one, I've heard that the 15V is also rounded and smoothed out like this versus the old Para 3s, and lightweights at least, and it makes for a very comfortable hold. This isn't uncomfortable, but the new way that they have done the Para 3 scales makes the FRN. I wouldn't mind keeping these on here. It wouldn't bother me to leave these on here. It feels that good. These are going to change. Knives everywhere. Trying not to smack other knives with knives. Tritium vials for Mannix 2. Radioactive spider. Yay, yay. The original clipping. And the second model of the clip, it was their first pocket clip after the carabiner. They have some of the best heat treats no matter what steel you're getting. Can we talk about Evil BDB? The Bodacious is nice. I wouldn't mind having one after I get a shaman. You guys know I like the choil. I'm okay with sacrificing blade edge for control, the way that my hands spaz out on me. The Bodacious gets you everything pretty much but the fitty choil, and instead you get a whole lot of blade. And it's not contoured. I like the Bodacious, but I need a shaman first. Don't fall for the FOMO. FOMO gets everybody. FOMO is undefeated in the knife world. Yeah, I'm very happy with this one, though. This is my most recent Spyderco. Got it on that stupid Optics Planet sale for $99, $104 after tax for Spyderco Magna Cut and a compression lock all day. And then I realized I actually really do like the Para 3. Bad FOMO for the 80/20s. Transparent knives replayed, yeah. Oh, I don't hate wire clips. I have several good wire clip knives, but most of the time I'd rather have the Lynch Northwest wire clip replacement. I like this clip quite a bit. I do like Pickled Steel's wire clip better than Spyderco's. It's not only wider like that way, but it's also thicker and it's just stronger. The wire clip that comes on the Mannix isn't a deep carry also, and this moved it to deep carry, but I still like it better than the deep carry on this one. Pickled Steel's wire clip has been my favorite wire clip. Yeah, wire clips are easy on the pocket. That's also why I had to put Lynch Northwest clips on PM2s and 80/20.5s. Both are pocket shredders, especially 80/20.5s, with their standard spoon clips. But you switch any of these to Lynch Northwest and they go out and out of the pocket so much better. These ate 2 pairs of 511 tactical pants before I got the clips for them. The only Devos that I have in my collection both came with wire clips. My Pony Stout that I traded with Rolf for already had skiffs installed and a Lynch Northwest clip. So this one, I already had the clip on it when I got it. I do have the Devo wire clip. I've just never put it back on. But I received the Devo Stout V1 as a birthday gift. One that I'm still just in love with and grateful for. And this wire clip, it works great. I haven't felt the need to change it to a titanium clip. I mean, eventually I probably will, just because I might just go with a standard finish to match that. I mean, might even move that one over at some point. But this wire clip works perfect in and out of the pocket. I love this Devo Stout V1. Oh, I love this knife. The bolster works perfect to keep me off of that lock. I love this knife. Devo's first knife, and it is an absolute winner. Now, Mrs. Deadly has my Devo Grail. She has a tall boy. I'll still get a tall boy in my clip at some point. Yeah, the straight bar tie clip, this one here, I put these on a couple of knives. And I don't mind it on this one. I also have one on one of my cormorants. Not my favorite clip, but not a bad clip. Yeah, they're good priced. I've always been fine with it on this one. It works great on the micarta. I guess it really just depends on which knife you're going to put it on. But I like the way it looks on this knife in particular. And it gives me something good to hold on to when I'm flipping that. The other ones that fit on several knives, I'll pull it up real quick, that I like the looks of a lot, and I've put on a couple of knives. Not on mine. I put them on the Deadly Daughters knives. Let me accessories clip. These ones right here work for a lot of knives. Take it easy, Brando. Oh, I've just got to say, awesome to Bull. Yes. I thought you were leaving. These ones here from CJRB can go on to a lot of different knives. They're only $20. Sometimes they go on sale. I've purchased 2 of the pink ones and put them on the Deadly Daughters pyrite and mini pyrite, and she loves them. I like the way that these ones are contoured and finished a little bit better than the Civivi ones, and they work on the same knives pretty much. If you're looking for a nice straight milled replacement clip that'll work on a lot of Civivis, Kaisers, and CJRBs, this is a pretty decent one. Yeah, $20. It's not bad at all. They look good. And the Deadly Daughters, she doesn't take the best care of her knives. And the finish is standing up on them very well. Yeah, she has it on her pyrite and her pyrite, mini pyrite. And then for Christmas, she got the pink and black Kaiser Cormorant, but I haven't put a clip on that yet. It might not fit on all of them. But I have, the Kaiser clip. See, but I put Civivi clips on Kaiser. I haven't tried Kaiser's on Civivi, but I have, I'll show you. Here's a Kaiser with a Civivi clip. Now, it's not the best clip for a cormorant with all that texture, but I like this one to make sure that if I'm going to be doing something where I might worry about a knife coming out, this one goes in the pocket because this one does not move if I don't want it to. But I had no problems putting this on here. So, and the CJRB ones work on here as well. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, I do think that the Kaiser or the CJRB ones look a little better. And I also believe that their point is a little bit more rounded to make it a little smoother going in and out if it is on something with texture. This was my first super fidget knife and the first knife that I bought multiples of. I got the Syrah first, then this one when they put these on sale for like $69 with S35. I bought one for me and one for Deadly Jr. And then I made a trade for the White Mountain Knives exclusive titanium M390 Cormorant. So I have 3 Cormorants, and Deadly Jr. has one. And then for Christmas, I got the Deadly Daughter in the Cormorant gang. Just too much. It's too fun of a knife. I also used to carry the crap out of these. But lately, because I have so much coming through the channel, these definitely haven't seen as much pocket time. Also, I think this wasn't my first. This was my second S35 via knife. Or my other Cormorant was. But when I was I guess I should say my knife budget has also gone up quite a bit. And I haven't carried some of these badass budget bangers nearly as much. Like the hollow grind on this is just wicked. Such a great knife, and I forget about it oftentimes, grabbing other stuff. Nice. Still new in the box? Hell yeah. I have this one here. The M390 with the regular double X pattern and the titanium deep carry. Yes, love a good hollow grind. No. I was gonna say this was my first full tie knife, but my Clydesdale was. This was my second full tie knife. But the Syrah was my first of the Cormorants, and this is the one that got me addicted to them. This one, I threw one of the Civivi Tropic clips on just to see how it rode on here. But this is a Civivi deep carry on a Kaiser. So I have Civivi milled and deep carry on Kaisers. Hollow be thy grind. Then slicey be thy name. Yes, I love a hollow grind for a good slicer. But now we really got a fair amount of knives piling up out here. All the way across. We've got some knives out right now. I do wish, yeah. It tends live streams tend to end up with a lot of stuff that needs to get put away after. And right now, I have stuff out that is mine and some stuff that is passed around. So I've got to make sure everything goes back where it needs to. But it's always worth it. Plus, it's just another reason to flick every knife before you put them away, right? Not like we can put a knife away before we flick it a couple times. You know, as much as we talked about Spyderco today, if I was to pick one company, if somebody said, I don't want a budget knife, I'm willing to save some money, spend a little bit more, and get a great knife, TRM would be my first recommendation. They really have become my favorite knife company. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sheila. Yeah, the lizard skin on the bulldog. Like I still love my not loved. I love my lizard skin Neutron 2. And the milling on this is beautiful. But they really stepped their game up. Every surface is milled, and the back and around the sides is different and carried all the way through this choil or this finger groove. And then you got that texture going all the way around the front of it. And then even this that like traces along the edge of the diamond tie, even that goes from small to large as it gets farther back. Whoever wrote the CNC programming for this, like, I just wonder how long it took to program these tool paths. But they really, when I checked out the original Bulldog, I thought it was a nice knife, but I liked their shadow that they discontinued better. Now that I've checked out the Rev B is my new favorite. Lefty. That's a good question. The Deadly Desk. Yay, yay. I'll pull up TRM. And because I think they made like Lefty Neutrons. Let me pull this up. I wonder if they sell Lefty scales. Let me check that. No, it does not look like it at the moment. I tell you what, though, I'll ask Marianne about that. I will ask Marianne about lefties. You have the small slot. The small slot was a nice knife. I'm not saying the original Bulldog was a bad knife, but the new blade hole works better, way better. They read both ends of the crossbar are rounded now. There's a few things that they did that just made this become my favorite TRM. And then with the lizard skin, this is one of the most comfortable knives I've ever held, period, of any brand, any company. This is one of the most comfortable knives to ever touch my hand. And it's so tingy every time. I love it. Flightanium does. There's a few brands. Flightanium, I think, right off the bat. Glow Rhino, I believe. It's impossible to try all the knife brands because we have thousands and there's more every single day. I would not be able to check out nearly so many brands without the awesome Lefty Pass Around group. Shout out to Lefty. Big ups to Kev. And also big ups to KC, who really helps a lot with that pass around group. Not only adding knives, but doing a lot of the sending out of the stuff. Lefty will send him boxes of knives, sometimes for him to create the channels. So big shout out to Lefty for starting the Lefty EDC Pass Around. Big shout out to KC. I appreciate everybody. Oh, that ting. I appreciate all those guys for allowing me to be able to bring you guys more knife content than I would be able to on my own. Had one, got a buddy out of my Carta, one with contour G10 scales. Nice. Yeah, this has become, I didn't think that it would push the Shadow out as my favorite TRM. I don't own a Shadow. I have been able to check out a Shadow from B&A and loved that knife. And at first, I wasn't too keen on the idea of them getting rid of the Shadow to bring us another drop point. But they do it so freaking well. And it's just comfortable and perfect. It is definitely my favorite TRM. I love the new Bulldog Rev B. It's one of my knives of the year, without a doubt. Whoop. Yeah, definitely one of my best 2025 scores. Hands down, no question. Will never leave the collection. This year has definitely seen a lot more premium knives in the collection, but this still outclasses them. I'd rather carry this on me any day of the week versus my Benny. And I love my Jack Wolf. It's a beautiful knife. But I would save up and buy TRMs over Jack Wolf anytime. That Jack Wolf is another score from 2025. This is this year's score, and I like it a lot. A lot. But not as much as this. Just the Rev B won me over big time. All right, folks. I'm losing my voice. The smoke from yesterday has caught up to me. I'm glad I had a voice today. I wasn't sure if I was going to have a voice for the live. I thought we might be doing a knife mime show. But we didn't have to do a mime show today. Yes, they are spendy. If you like the looks of the Benny, though, because I wanted one of their locking knives really bad, and this Benny is beautiful. Traditionalpocketknives.com has them for only $279. I think that is a perfect price for these versus the $359 that they sell at normally. $279 seems very fair to me for this. That's going to need a Band-Aid. Very, very sharp. Very slicey. $279 is fair for those, though. Traditionalpocketknives.com. If you do decide to grab one, it does help the channel if you use the link that's in the description, but of course, that's up to you. Discount codes won't work on that because it's on sale. But $2.79 is a great price for a Jack Wolf penny. But yeah, I'm going to shut it down now. I'm going to go throw a Band-Aid on the thumb. The Jack Wolf decided it wanted to have a little bit of a bite. I'm going to give my throat a break. Go get something to drink. But I appreciate y'all. You guys know I love the Kripple Krew. I'm not going to use that thumb anymore. I don't want YouTube to shut this down. You guys know I love the Kripple Krew. And I always appreciate you guys kicking it with me on Saturdays or any of my lives. Have a great rest of your weekend. And don't forget, Bleeding Digits Bob, don't forget to support all the dope lives, including G-Ball's 20,000 subscriber live tonight. I'm going to be there. Hope to see y'all there. Until then, stay safe, stay frosty. Most importantly, folks, stay deadly.